destroyed. This was a huge tragedy for many people, but it was an opportunity for one particular group of people, and they were the architects. From their perspective, it was a blank canvas in the middle of a major city. So many architects moved to Chicago to help rebuild after the fire. Men like Louis Sullivan and Daniel Burnham moved here, stayed here, helped rebuild the city, and they planned out the World's Fair in 1893 to show off what a great job they had done. Now, Burnham was also a city planner. His plan of 1909 included the easy-to-navigate grid-like system of streets and boulevards. It included a park system to keep the city green and beautiful, and alleyways behind the buildings to keep the fronts clean. All these were part of his interesting plan. Now, I always think it's a little bit funny that they don't know what started that fire, but the man who helped redesign Chicago after was named Burnham. Anyway, another architect that was already living here, named William LeBaron Jenney, designed the world's very first steel-framed skyscraper in the world. Now, it was only 10 stories tall, but you got to start somewhere. Taller buildings had been made in the world, but they all had thick walls holding up the weight of each additional floor. But this new steel-framed skyscraper was innovated. It was a great idea that he got just by seeing his wife set down their book on a heavy bird cage. Great idea. The metal frame, he realized, was much stronger. And so the sky was the limit. Everybody copied his steel frame design from then on out. Now, let's talk about some good skyscrapers. Up to your right, you'll see a statue on top of the Chicago Board of Trade. That's where they used to trade grain futures. So they designed that statue of the Roman goddess Ceres. She is the goddess of grain and agriculture. She's where we get the word cereal from. She's also where we get the word cerveza from, another very important grain-based product, which means beer in Spanish, which we have in the bag. Just saying. The Chicago Board of Trade is also the former location of Wayne Enterprises from those Batman movies. Now, up ahead you see a tall pink building that has an octagonal shape. At nighttime this one lights up with a beautiful crown of LED lights that can be seen for miles. They do that for attention because they are right next to the tallest building in all of Chicago. The one with the tall black tower and the two white antennas is the Willis Tower, also known by everyone in Chicago as the Sears Tower, because we all still call it that here. The Sears Willis Tower tops out at 1,451 feet tall. That's 442 meters tall. It has 110 floors. It was designed by Bruce Graham and Foster Kahn. They were best friends, and they would often go hang out together one day. He pulls out 2 cigarettes, wanted to share with his best friend Kahn. And the 2 cigarettes pulled out a few of the others in the bundle of 9 that he was holding, and it creates an elongated shape of 9 tiny tubes. And that was what inspired those 2 men to come up with the shape for the tallest building in the world. Take a look at the shape of it. You'll see it consists of 9 smaller towers that are all bundled together at the base for stability, because it's all about that base. That's what the kids are saying these days. Each one of those smaller towers tops out on a different floor to give it that tapered look, like the bundle of cigarettes he was holding. The fun part of Sears Tower is the 103rd floor sky deck tour. It is so high up that you can see 4 states from up there. You can see Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, and Hawaii from up there. No, not Hawaii, just seeing it if they're paying attention or not. The 4th state is Illinois. It's the one we're in right now, and it counts, it does. Now, speaking of maps, take a look at this huge map. This red block in the middle represents this building on the curve of the river. You are here. That Y shape up at the top is Wolf Point that we passed by earlier twice. The rest of that big thick line in the middle is the South Branch of the river. This map in 2014 only cost them $810,000 to literally put themselves on the map of themselves on themselves. Keep looking up and you will see 5 glass boxes sticking out of the side of the Sears Willis Tower. that glass floor? Anybody? Maybe you should try.